Hey guys, Brenny here, and welcome to a hardcore Minecraft episode. We are at what apparently is my compass center point, which is about here, which is really confusing me because we obviously built a area around that previously, and now it doesn't appear to be taking us to that area, which I'm very confused. You'll see our inventory is super packed though, and the reason I'm in the middle of nowhere with all this random stuff is because I have been mining my butt off. I think this way. I don't even know where our spawn is from here. I know it's not too far because I did bump into this before and I wanted to show you guys because I wanted your opinion. Have I done something? Have I accidentally moved the spawn? Because as you guys know, my hardcore is server hosted, and if you don't know the reason why I do that, oh, there it is. Yeah, so that big square box, if you don't know, is marked around the loaded chunks, which go around the spawn, I'm pretty sure. So for some reason, our spawn has moved, and I would like to know why, guys. Do you think it's because and I don't honestly know if that's affecting the loaded chunks, by the way. Do we have more loaded chunks now? If it's in server error because it's server hosted, I'll move the spawn because you can do that. I'll just OP myself and do that. But if it is caused because Minecraft has updated to be able to tell we're loaded. Oh, we're on 1.83 now. But then again, I don't know what my server's on. I don't know if the server is set to automatically update, but it should. Anyway, so you'll see I have a ton of iron ore, and that's why I've been mining, because the iron golem farm, we'll go see actually how it's yielded for us with requirement. Oh, and while I'm walking over there, I'll show you guys this clip of the most random. I thought it was one scattered vein of diamonds, but it was actually two veins really close together, and I got a solid amount of diamonds from it. I think I had about 6 to start with, and then it gave me 20, so I can't complain about that, but we'll see. So I've been mining for a while, and I only got half a stack, so I'm kind of you know, that's why I was like, I should go mine, because I definitely wanted to be able to do the witch farm this episode, which I have the, all the requirements for now. I collected all the iron. You'll see I have coal blocks. That's actually because I was out. What I did, I just walked off in one direction, and whenever I saw a cave, I went into it and started collecting the iron. And I like to collect coal, and I think about it, I generally don't really collect coal too often because I've got so much of it. So to have so much coal is actually quite sucky because it takes up so much of your inventory, especially with fortune. But then I was like, you know, coal's actually super helpful, so I should collect it, and I'll go to the effort of making a crafting bench and turning it into coal blocks, because right there's 9 stacks of coal. That's awesome. I love that. See, and I've just left this one here now. I want to collect it because I've got this whole hoard everything mood going on. But yeah, so we do now have the materials to smelt the iron, which is good. The extra reason we collected the coal. We have cobblestone to make furnaces. We have the pistons. We have, oh, I also went and collected the slime, obviously. That's how we got the pistons. And throughout all this process, I didn't acquire much iron from the iron golem farm. That's why I went and collected it. But I also went to the factory area and I mined that all out, because where the redstone's gonna go for the control panel, that wasn't mined out just yet. And that's where I also got some coal and some other stuff. And I did something else. Oh, I transferred the smooth stone slabs and the smooth stone bricks to our chests over here because we also needed them. But our little witch hut is over here, so I'm going to get cleaning out our inventory, getting ready to prep to build, and then I will be back and we will be building a witch farm, which I'm super excited for. It's going to really bring in some items that we need and want. There it is over there. I thought I didn't have the lamps. I have a little checklist of items I need, and I'm like, where did 32 lamps go? Because it's checked off, and then I realized I used them all. Okay, guys, so we are at the witch hut farm area. I have taken out the witch hut and put the platforms in, which looks amazingly easy to work with now. I also put some dirt here because this is where we're going to be building on the ground, so I figured we'd need some kind of base, which contained me ripping apart the swamp because I didn't actually have the supplies of dirt on me or any other building block. So what we're going to do is take this away. I've got the tutorial opened. I am a bit worried I'm not going to be able to do this, and I'm going to make a mistake or something. So let's get some glass. We need some building blocks. We need redstone. We need repeaters, which are here. Sticky pistons, cauldrons, which we have all made up as well. We're going to need glass, like, glass bottles, water bottles. No clue what they're called. For some reason, can't remember what they're called ever. But yeah, we need them to take out water from the cauldrons, which is weird. And I didn't actually remember this, but the witch hut had 1 cauldron, so I just saved myself 5. Actually, I don't think I even saved myself. I think I put it in here. Yeah, I could have saved myself some materials. So, first thing we want to do is add a line to this. No clue why. Just, yeah. Then we want to do 2 glass. And this glass, I think is... The glass and this extra line, and maybe even the lamps, I think have something to do with air blocks and lighting and it needing to, like, register as a hut. Oh, no, I should have done the sticky pistons first. Oh, alright, here. Actually, if we do this, we can put the sticky pistons on the back of it, like so. There we go. And then we put a line of redstone along there. And then we need to dig a hole in the ground because we're actually going to have repeaters placed here. Like so. Beautiful. Alright, so... just trying to figure out how this works as I build it. So repeaters go here, and then here goes more pistons. Are these sticky pistons? Yes, they are. We have them facing up. And then we have the cauldrons on top. And the cauldrons will be full of water, which is going to take a while. And then I have to take water out and get it to like 1 use of water. Now, we have the repeater on 2 ticks. Is it? I think they're 4 ticks total, but I'm not fully sure, so... Alright, so there's that. That is one side of it. Now we have to do the same on the other side, I'm pretty sure, but I don't know how to space it out because there probably has to be a space between it, so I'll have to do that off, camera, and then we can do the next one. Oh, wait! No, I'm building this at the right side. That's... Alright, so is this one here going to come off in this side? I'm not actually sure at all, so I'm going to watch the rest of this tutorial. It is a 34-minute long tutorial, and because I've never built it, I am going to have to do it in little segments like this, but this is the beginning. Basically what happens is there is a tripwire on a block here. That block activates a piston when that tripwire is activated, which starts this hopper clock here, which works with a comparator and this piston thing working in a loop. No clue how that works, really, but I get it. And then that moves the floor back and forth, and then they drop through it, which by the way, I did go and fill in all the area under the floor because we do have to dig that out, which is I'm not too excited. Actually, you know what I should do? I should dig it out, like so. And then dig down at least 1 or 2, just so that, when I build this, I don't confuse myself. Alright, I'll keep this corner block in, and I'll do it like this. Yeah, alright, so if I dig it out like this, we should be good. This, I can technically copy the area above, so we could do that, and continue digging this out, and, because this has to drop, can't remember how many blocks it is. I feel like it's about 30, but I'm not sure. Gonna continue watching the video and we'll learn this together, guys. And the whole point of me building it in segments like this is that hopefully I can like study it and understand it, and maybe in the future design my own with a similar concept, because often the things that are the most used are because they're the most efficient, you know? I often got that as a comment, like, why don't you make your own design of Iron Golem farm? And it's like, yeah, I get the concept, and the concept is the best way to do it, you know? Okay, guys, so after looking at the design, the second side's actually quite different. So we'll have to do the first side and then second side, you know, and like kind of alternate them, because it's not fully different, but it is different, and it's confusing. Then again, I'm pretty sure it's different. There's like repeaters going that way and that way. I think maybe it's got to do something with timing, that the floor moves perfectly together, which I don't fully understand, because I have mentioned in a few episodes ago that one of my weaknesses that I am not a big fan of is I tend to struggle with timings and stuff. So, you know, we'll pick something up here. So what we need to do is leave a space, and there's going to be sticky pistons placed along here, I think. Yeah. Alright, so this goes here, and then sticky pistons go along this, and they face forward, which their goal is to put a block out when the tripwires activate, which are going to go here. So that's correct. I meant to actually have slabs down here too, though, so that no mobs spawn in here, like this. And then at the end of this, I also have glass, so glass will go along here, and that's going to stop the witches from walking away, I think. But you only have one thing of glass, so also I think something to do with item drops maybe, but you only have one layer of glass so that they can have air blocks, which still not really. Maybe I need to just like read up on the basic idea of how they work. I have done this wrong, guys. It's obvious. You can see right here, if they extend, they're going to break that. It needs to be one back, which, silly me. Alright, let's go and do that then. And pop this up here. And just move it across. It's not too hard to move. I don't want to leave all the... Oh god, pistons take so long to break, even with like efficiency. That's odd. I didn't know that was a thing. Alright, and then we'll place the pistons there. One block back, and that will be good. Now, there is a 2-block gap here that mobs can spawn, but because the pistons activate there, we can't put like half slabs, so we need to use lighting, which is probably the most of something on this tutorial that I understand, which is exciting. It's not that like I don't understand how the redstone works, it's the timing and the logic how witches spawn. That's really what it is. Alright, so there's that. Very excited to be doing this though, because it's gonna get us some awesome stuff. And that goes like that. And then in the corner, what we're gonna do is put glowstone, which I'm not too excited about using because glowstone just seems to be a pest when you need to break it. So I'm gonna make sure I don't mess it up, which there appears to be correct. And then what we do is we slab it off. So beneath it, beside it, around it, like that. And then we bring this one out by one because it lets the light leak, and we need to fix that. And then this comes out like this and goes above here, I believe. Oh, actually, I think it goes all the way across. Alright, so there's that. It may even go above the tripwire hooks, but I'm not that far in the tutorial because I'm trying to take it slow, not go too outrageously quick and mess everything up. I wonder if, oh, they would, yeah, they'd probably go across this too, so I'll have to get to this last little part later. But we can do there. Then we can go and put glowstone on the other side because it won't reach fully across. Oh, that's what I didn't want it. One thing I didn't want to do was that, and then I did it. Oh, we got 4 back, awesome. Alright, so we do that, and then we go bottom. I hope I don't accidentally let some light leak because I don't want to mess this up at all. Because actually, by the end of this, I plan on being able to diagnose issues for it. Diagnose? Is that the correct word? Alright, let's pop up here and put one on top as well. Beautiful. So the light shouldn't be coming through. At least it's not in the tutorial. So I'm hoping I did that. Yeah, because bottom side blocks and the top side doesn't. I don't think... Oh, no, they do. Because I remember what we used to do is you'd make a wall out of like... Here, I'll give you guys an example. You'd do this, and then this, and then this, and then you'd block the top off, which was something like that. And it makes it dark in there, which should be like this, actually. And I always liked that because you could make like a hidden wall, and you could be behind that wall, but it would be really hard for you to see you. You could see mobs on the other side of the wall. I always liked using that as a wall over glass, but it was more like PvP-ish. So there is one side complete, apart from the water element of it. So what I basically have to do now is just go and put... I wonder if I can put it on the side. Oh, I can! Wonderful! I have to go through like this and put water in, all of them. I may actually have to go back though and get some glass so I can make some water bottles so I can take out some water. Because it seems so much quicker to do it that way, because if I don't do it that way, I actually have to drink the water. So I can make like 1 glass bottle. So let's go and do that. Like so, or 3. And then I can pop up here and I can go 1, 2. And I think it's 3 empties it, yeah, so... Yeah, and then there's Can you empty water? Oh, see, you can't. And now I'm gonna have to, like, drink all this water. Which is just not fun. And it doesn't even put it in your inventory, look! It takes it out of your inventory. What is the purpose of that? Wait. We'll drink that. And then we'll have them stacked. And I think I'll be able to go 1, Yeah, like that. And then... No, it always insists on putting it into, like, your top part of your inventory. I was hoping to get it so I could at least stay in this part of my inventory, but it doesn't want to. So I've got to go do that, and I've got to get them down to 1, which is there. So, and I've got to go back and get all of them to there, and that will activate the comparators, I believe. And then when something walks into the tripwires, it will start the clock and make these pistons below us move, which will make the monster fall through. Okay, guys, so after studying the build a bit more, I noticed it's meant to be regular pistons here instead of sticky. I had no clue how I would change them, so I did dig a tunnel under because it was the most efficient way. We don't put slabs above here. I got all the waters down to 1 thing of water. Let's just have a look-see though. That one definitely should be a sticky piston, and I don't think there's any other pistons involved on this side. This side over here, on the other hand, does have more pistons involved. So I studied this side, not too... I actually understand how the timing works now. And once I build it, I'll show you guys so that you guys aren't watching me just like, oh yeah, it works, good. Alright, let's do that, and then... on the end of this is redstone blocks. Now, I feel like this is to do with the timing, but I'm not 100% sure. Like, I don't see why you couldn't just use 2 ticks, but, you know, I'll figure it out more and more as I go. But I definitely understand the base idea of the timing for this system now, which is quite nice to know. Alright, so we need to take that one out, and then this one out too, because we're actually going to have 2 different repeaters coming off this one. This one sticks out more than the previous one, which kind of upsets my eyes, but, you know, I'll deal with it, because it's going to be an amazing little build. Alright, so we put this here, and this is for repeaters, and they go on 1 tick, I believe. Oh, I'm not 100% sure. Let me think how... Alright, so that powers that, powering that. So these ones should be... the same as these ones, I'd say, meaning they should be on their 2nd tick, but I only have a screenshot right here that I'm working with from memory, because I watched it, but I can't remember everything. The thing I find hardest to remember is the roof, like the slabbing off, because, you know, there's certain areas you shouldn't slab. No, I feel like that's what I remember. But we go and put these on either side. Now, the whole purpose of this is the timing, so, oops, let's do that one. Here is where the next line of cauldrons will go, and that will have the exact same timing as the other side. But the other part that's connected to the pistons will have 1 tick and a redstone pulse timing, meaning that they're going to slightly be off delayed, meaning I think they interact perfectly. So I'm super excited to see how that works. Let's go and do the pistons facing upwards now. I'd say these ones are sticky. Makes sense because there's cauldrons on top of it. Like so. And then we slab this off, which is pretty cool. Oh, we need to do redstone as well. What am I? Silly me. So we put redstone along here, and this is what gets powered with the timing system. And then we do the slabs here, which have comparators coming off, and that is our timing system again. You guys have seen that part done over there. The only real difference is the outputs here. So the timer here, the piston, and this piston, instead of just having the glass. You'll see how this one doesn't even have that 2nd piston, actually. It only has the pistons, the repeaters going off in one direction. So this one comes out 9 blocks, and this one comes out, let's have a look-see. If you count this one, actually, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it's 2 less, and I also think that's not fully counted correctly because there's other things involved as well. Alright, so what we want to do now is slab all of this off, and it is 5 slabs. So we need to put the slabs here, and we go back 5, and that will go up to the redstone, correct, meaning we've built it correct. Wonderful. And then we need to put glass at the end of this again. Oh, with the taking the water out of the previous cauldrons, I actually made a heap of vials, so I may have to go make some more glass, which isn't horrible. I keep thinking of this as far away as the industrial zone, but the industrial zone isn't actually even that far away anymore. And it's really not. It's like a few 100 blocks in that direction is our iron golem farm, and then a few 100 blocks in the other direction is our kingdom, which has all of our stored items, obviously. Alright, so there's that, and the reason there's blocks there is obviously so that they can get pushed across, and it's an odd amount, because you can't use pistons with an even amount, I don't believe. Then again, I think you can if you stagger the pistons oddly. No, alright, I'm confusing myself too much now. Okay, so, next thing we need to do is place the, the sticky pistons here that will be connected to this. So that's where their block will sit. So they should go about there. Wonderful. I actually think I did that correctly this time. Yep. And then they extend and then they hit the comparators here. And now on the other side, we have the tripwires. Really actually want to test this for you guys, but I don't know if it's in a working stage for testing. I know if I put some water in there and then we go get some vials of, what are they? Glass bottles. All right. They're glass bottles, and then when they're full, they're water bottles, which I don't like the naming of at all, because when you think water bottles, I think like a pump bottle for, like, in Australia, or whatever, you know, just like a regular plastic bottle of water, but it's Minecraft, it doesn't have that. Okay, so they both should be in a working state, so I'm really tempted to try this, you know, give it a test run. I'm just a bit scared it's gonna break. I think, though, once we, slab the top of this one off, all we're doing is copying this same design but in different directions. Oh, I actually have one more thing I want to show you guys too. Alright, so let's give it a test, which just seems like a bad idea to be honest, but you know, what could go wrong? It can only really push itself, can't it? Oh wow, I didn't think it would only move that specific area, because the red's... Oh, wow. All right. So the timer is also specifically made. So, all right. The redstone expands this at the same time as on the other side, starting the clock, which pushes this piston up. Which powers this block, which makes this block power this block, which makes the piston go up, unpowering it. And that process repeats, making a clock. And then on this side, because this is a comparator, when it's powered, it is only, oh, it's so confusing. It's only putting off one power. So it only powers this block. This block here isn't powered at all, meaning that only this repeater down here picks up the signal to send it off, which is amazing. The same thing on this side, but instead of having the repeater, the piston's just directly pressed up to it. Oh, I feel like I've discovered gold. This is awesome. And there we go. You'll see that we are, you know, uncomfortably placed, which as a mob, I think you just fall. Yep, there it is. So as a mob, you fall through. And, oh, luckily we don't have any redstone in there because that wouldn't have ended up well. I really need to dig that down now. I feel like if I do it at a later point, it will not be good. Oh, wonderful. The pistons lined up correctly. That was the other thing of me not wanting to use the pistons, was I didn't want them to line up incorrectly, because I like working on things when they're the same, you know, and if I have one block there and one block removed there, that will be a bit annoying. Alright, so the last little thing I want to show you guys before I think I venture off and just build the rest of this is, putting this here. A block line along here. And this block line, there's meant to be slabs here where we're standing right now, and that's why I'm showing you guys this first, because when I do the slabbing, you know, it just makes it uncomfortable. But let's go and do this. This block line here and these lamps are actually used to turn the system off. So we have that, and then on this side we actually can place the blocks easier, and that's why I didn't place slabs there, because I knew we'd need to place the blocks. And that side there's no slabs there because there is blocks that move. So that was... Oh god, I'm so happy guys, it all really came... Alright, best way to climb up on this is using the cauldrons, by the way, if you are making this. Because in the video, like, when you watch someone make something in creative, they just fly around, it's so much easier for them, and then boom, you're struggling your ass off to do the stuff because, like, you're survivally playing. Survivally, yes, much sense is made. And, like, you've got to do all this scaffolding, and there's certain ways just to make scaffolding that slight bit better. And I personally think it's the blocks here, which I feel like I should use dirt now since I used dirt on that other side. What we'll do is, place, like, a little flooring below it. And here, like so. Then we do this, and then we can climb up there easily. And we remember that this is scaffolding because it's dirt. Whereas if I use the stone bricks, I might mistake it for something important. But what I do now, guys, is fill those up with water, get them to one full, I suppose. Which, the reason it is one full is because if the block is here and it's more than one full, it will put out more power. Which, just amazing clock system right there. I love that. Yeah, but I have to slab this off and then do the lighting on the sides. And then we do the same to... this layer, and then that layer, I'm pretty sure. It's like almost exactly the same, which is should be easy, and then I don't really have to show you guys because it's repetitive, you know? And, well, I'll just come back when it's finished and awesome. Okay, guys, so we are just putting our final finishing touches on the build because we are almost done, and that's quite exciting. Alright, so what we want to do is jump around on this side, and so hard to get around on here. Let's do that, and then... Yeah! Oh my god, I can't believe I actually did that. That was great. Okay, now what we want to do is get up there somehow. So you'll see on each corner I have a piston with a redstone block. That is to do the lighting. So I'll show you guys how that's going to work in a second. Let me just place a block there and then a block there. And we're going to have a repeater facing in, and then this will go over the top of that repeater. And that's how that will be powered, because on the other side is our main power switch, which has a similar thing there. Repeater will hit this block. It will power the ones below, and then it will send the signal across. And over here's where we can have a switch or a lever or whatever we want to do to power this. Not too big of a concern to me, because I feel like I'll just leave it on most of the time. But let's go through. So you'll see that I've built all these segments for the droppy part of it that like moves and makes you drop down. I also put some glass around the outside. A few little tweaks that were mentioned by JL. Yeah, I didn't want to forget the name because it's... Oh, and I found out that the reason there's space here is because it works with the system, and that's, you'll see that there's even as much space as you can in that area as well, and that's how it works with that area to make the witches spawn. It's very, very confusing, but I think after a teeny bit of extra research, I'll actually fully understand how it works. But what we are going to do now is stash away all this stuff. We do have some random stuff left, so I'm not sure if we were meant to, or if things were overestimated. And I actually had to make an extra sticky piston because I could have actually just lost one myself, to be honest. Like, I could have, because I only needed one extra, which probably means I lost it, you know? But let's go and sleep right now. Wonderful, we can sleep at night. And then we're going to grab some string, and we are going to test it. And then I'm going to finish off the last little part, which would be the drop and the hopper collection. And then that will be done in between episodes. And then next episode, we should... Yeah, oh, and the other thing I need to do that I'll do in between episodes is build a big roof above this. And that's just going to keep the whole area dark, but sunlight in here, like sunlight not blocked from coming in here from the sides, I believe is how it works. So what we want to do is this, and then there, and that should connect. Why isn't it connected? What's going on? Did I do it wrong? Oh, what? Ah, man, I'm not going to enjoy placing this wiring. Like, it just doesn't seem like it wants to be nice. There? Why isn't it hooking onto there? Does glass not work anymore at the bottom? Yeah, it seems like it doesn't want to attach. Let me do that and see if it attaches now. What? What is going on? Why are these not wanting to attach at all? I'm so confused. Maybe I have to place these last? Oh, crap, didn't know they broke so easy. I'm placing string! I'm so confused. Is it because there's blocks there? The bottom one worked and we had the same design. Oh, there we go. Alright, so we stand there and it will set it off. Wonderful. And what we're going to do is... Alright, so the only reason that didn't work was because I missed an area. Yeah, wonderful. Alright, so that was my bad. Oops, that's not how it's going to work. What we need to do is, though, is test all the lanes, like so. And then we go and continue doing this until we get to the end. And then when we get to the end, we stand on it and actually fall through it. Which is a bit harder to do, but it will happen. Go, there we go. And then we do the same thing here. And we slowly work our way down until we're falling into our little hole area. Which I just realized is actually going to be a bit annoying. Let's just, yeah, here, we'll do this. And then we'll fall into the hole area, and that little hole area will be, what saves us, I suppose, for now, and then I'll make it kill them when it's done. So, I need to do the string, and then after the string, I need to dig the hole, and then put the roof on so they spawn, because, ooh. Yeah, I don't want them falling down the hole while I'm working on this, so, if I don't have the roof, that will work. Wow, it really doesn't want to make me fall down there, though, does it? Maybe if we do an... Oh, no, see, I want to do the top one first. So I think what I'm going to do is just dig my way out here. It obviously must work for them better than it works for me, because it doesn't really like me. Anyway, that's where I'm going to leave off this episode. Thank you all so much for watching. Zoom into my face. Don't forget to leave a like and a comment. Next episode will come into with this working, and hopefully that will yield the items required to work on our industrial zone. And if it doesn't, I actually have a few other little things I want to work on. Not bigger things though. I don't know. I'm feeling like little projects at the moment. Maybe because I'm being lazy and I want to see things get finished. Whereas if I do a big project, it takes a while to get finished. But yeah, if you're new to my channel, feel free to subscribe and have a wonderful day. Bye guys!